Okay, let's go. Today, we're going over indicators. I have a list of indicators that I really like. They're simple, not too complex. Or even if you're new to Forex, these indicators hopefully will change your game. I can't guarantee anything. You know what I always say, this carries a high margin of risk. Please make sure you use proper risk management. Past profits do not guarantee future gains, but what I can guarantee is that I'm going to break these indicators down so easy that even a fifth grader could learn how to use these indicators. Message me, let me know how these worked out for you. And also, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe so that I can keep bringing you videos like this one. And if you are in need of mentorship, please holler at your girl. You can reach me at thetrademasters.im@gmail.com. Let's get it. Woo. Okay, the first indicator that I'm going to show you is Old Faithful, Bollinger Bands. When I first started trading, people kept referring to, oh, read the Bollinger Bands. Look at the Bollinger Bands. And nobody told me how to read the Bollinger Bands. And they're really, really simple to understand. And it doesn't matter whether you're looking at this through the eyes of candlestick, Hakanashi, line, area, Renko. It doesn't, did I say Renko twice? If I did, doesn't matter what you're looking at it in terms of how you're looking at price action. This is what you need to know. I want you to take a look at this really quick. Look at what happens to price when it gets to the top of the Bollinger Band. Look, it likes to go down. Now, I need to tell you guys this. You don't want to just use one indicator. If you're going to use indicators, you want multiple confirmations before you get into the trade. Bollinger Bands are a great way to look at price action in terms of the probability of it reversing on you. So look, take a look right here. Look at it. When it gets up here, close to the top Bollinger Band, it comes down. Now, the Bollinger Band is made up of three parts. You have the upper band, the lower band, and then you have the moving average, and they're using a 20 moving average. If you just really want just a little bit of help, then you can color code your Bollinger Band. For example, you can make the top line red so you'll remember, oh, when it hits the top, I need to position myself for a possible sell or a put if you're doing binary. And then when it hits the bottom Bollinger Band, I can put a green one there because look, when it hits the bottom Bollinger Band, price typically likes to buy up. Now, it doesn't mean that every time it hits the Bollinger Band, that's what's going to happen because we clearly see it right here where it kind of rode it for a moment. But look, once it really got settled in, it went up. So your Bollinger Bands work because they're trying to push price, center it basically. So if it hits the top of the Bollinger Band, price likes to come down. If it's the bottom Bollinger Band, price likes to go up. So Bollinger Bands makes the list. Now, I found this gem. I was actually looking for a indicator like this before. This is fairly new. If you know how to trade imbalances, and I'll do a video on trading imbalances, I've got a great strategy for that. So if you're trading imbalances, you know what I'm talking about. There's an indicator here. I'm actually going to put two on here, and I'll show you why I'm going to put this other one on here, down here. This one right here, TA Imbalance Finder, and then I am using just the imbalance by Wolf Trader here. So when I go up here, I'm going to change my color to white. Ah, did you see that? So it's showing you where your imbalances are in the market. Here is the only thing I don't like about this indicator. If the imbalance has been filled, it still shows you where the imbalance was. It would be nice if once the imbalance was filled, it went away. Maybe they're working on that as we speak. I don't know. But look, it shows you very clearly where imbalances are in the market. This second one actually carves it out for you. So you get to trade, and I like trading. This is my baby right here, US 30. So it shows me where my imbalances are in the market right there for me. So sometimes what I like to do is I'll look at where the imbalance has been carved out for me, and then I'll just go behind it. I'll put my I put my own rectangular shape on there, stretch it out, and as you can see, this imbalance has been filled. So I will just go through the market on higher time frames. The higher the better, but be careful if you're trading an index. This works on every single thing. Oh my gosh, I love it. Don't you just like it when things just work? They just work. So like this imbalance has been filled, but you'll find imbalances on every single time frame. Look at these. This one has not been filled. So here's what I would do. I would come here, I would trace that out, I would drag it out. And you can imagine what I'm going to do. I'll show you on another video how I have an imbalance strategy. So there's my other indicator that I like. Let's go on to the next one. Here is Old Faithful, the MACD. But I like this particular MACD. And here is why. I told you, less is more for me. So I don't have to worry about, did the signal line, did the MACD cross the signal line? Did it do that? I don't need to do all of that. So I've talked about the MACD on, I think, 2 other videos before. If you really want to know about it, really take a look at those because I go into a lot of detail about it. But here's just the quick and dirty. Your MACD shows you momentum. It shows you, look, it comes here, it goes up. That's echoing this up here. So whatever is happening up here, the echo of it is happening there. Your MACD will allow you to get in for really, really good entries when you're trading the pullback. For example, let's just call this what it is. Here we go. You had it drop down right here. This is nothing but a humongous flag, guys. That's all that is a humongous flag. And this would have been my entry right here. Your MACD lets you see the momentum shift. This airspace right here would be where I would have gotten into the trade. So this airspace is this black area right here. If I go straight up, this would have been an ideal place for me to enter that trade. And then there you have it. You could have gotten, let's see how many pips that is. I don't have on my glasses. That's 160 right there. MACD. I love it. I honestly, if I had to pick a go-to that I would always have on my chart, it would be the MACD. And this one would be the one that I would choose. It's the MACD 4C squatter. Here it is in my list. It's this one right here. Let's go to the next one. I really, really like this indicator too. It's the stochastic. I use the MACD along with the stochastic. I like the stochastic because the stochastic is a snitch. It's an informant. It tells you when something is about to happen. It lets you know when there's a shift in momentum. So look, watch this, will ya? So price is going up. We could all see that price is going up. Right now, let me just say this. I like it, period. But I really, really like it with Renko. I do. I really do. Watch this. Right at this brick where you have this brick with a wick right here. If I go straight down, look what happens to the signal line on the stochastic. And I have this one marked just like I would my Bollinger Band. When it crosses down, the red I'm looking for. But look, if I look straight down, look what happens to this indicator. It crosses over this line. And look, when price is selling down, right when you have that shift, right there. If I go straight down, it crosses up over the bottom line. Who would have thunk? So when there is a shift in momentum, your stochastic is a snitch. It tells you. It tells you. Now, I'm going to challenge you all to back test these indicators. See how they work. See which ones you like the best. So let me go on to my next one. Okay. So I found a way to bless the people. So if you have a free TradingView account, you know that there's a limited amount of indicators that you can get on there while you have the free version. So get the biggest bang for your buck, even though you're not paying a buck. There's an indicator. You guys know, if you don't know, I love the 50 and the 4 cross. You can do the 9 and the 50 as well. There's not much of a difference because all you're taking, here's what your moving averages do. They're taking the amount of days and they're kicking out data that shows you the price action relative to the 4 if you're in the 4 moving average, 50 if it's a 50-day moving average. Okay, so here's what, there's something very significant that happens when the 4 crosses the 50. But I'm going to show you an indicator that combines the two. Notice right here, you go from green to red. And when you go from green to red, look at that dip. And when you go from red to green, look at that climb. I don't really need to say much more, but here are the inputs for you. I just go here and both of my inputs are 50 for here. And it works the same way. I can put the 4 moving average on here. My 4 moving average is on price. So look right here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. You guys can see it, and I'm going to make it yellow and thick. So this is the 4 moving average. So this is what happens when the 4 crosses the 50 here. This would have been a great entry point, but I don't really have to have the 4 on there if I use this color EMA SMA. It's right here. This is what it looks like in my list. It is, where'd you go? Moving average color EMA SMA. Right there. That's the one that you want to use. And again, look at what happens when it crosses. Now, I would not trade the 4-hour Renko, especially on US 30. I'm showing you this just so you can see how it moves. I would go down to maybe a 3-minute if I'm going to trade an indice, okay, on Renko. But still, it works the same way. Look, it turned from green to red. Look at all of this traction that you have after it switched colors. I'm going to turn this off so you can see what I see clearly. There, look at that. You're welcome. Some of you guys like, nobody ever shows us stuff like this. You're welcome. I just want us to be happy and successful and able to trade. So that is another indicator that I really, really like. Let's go on to the other EMA that I like. Okay, there's one more moving average that I like. It's the 200 EMA. I like the 200, especially for new traders, because it helps you to identify how price is trending. I'm going to squeeze this chart in. I just made mine white so that you can see very clearly. My inputs are here. It's just 200. I changed it to 200, and you can make this whatever color and whatever thickness you want it to be. Notice, look at this. When price is over this 200 and you're making corrective moves, and when I say correctives, I mean up and then pull back, up and then pull back. When it goes above this 200, you should be in buys because you're in an uptrend. When price starts going down below the 200 and you're making corrective moves, then you have sell opportunities. So if you don't know what to do in the market, you're new, you're like, how do I know when to buy? How do I know when to sell? Look at price relative to the 200 moving average, and that should help you out a little bit, okay? So I'm not going to show you any more indicators. What I am going to show you, however, is a way to look at price. I have on the chart the Renko bricks, right? This is one of my go-tos because it allows me to see things so clearly and plain and clean. It has nothing to do with time. It has everything to do with volume. What do I mean? So when you're looking at the regular candlesticks or the Hakanashis, they're forming every X amount of minutes or hours. If I'm on the 1 hour, then every candle is coming on the hour. But when I'm looking at Renko, it's only forming after a certain amount of volume in the market has been made. So it is pure price action. I'm able to see things so much cleaner and pure because it's just pure price action. It's not a lot of noise. So here is what, look at that. Clean. You can see that. You can see your pullbacks so much better. You can see your support and your resistance line so much cleaner. Look at that. If I just want to throw a, look at that. I can see where price comes and it broke there, came back, retested this area, broke, came back. So I can see my support and my resistance that much cleaner. So Renko is something that I tell people to look at if they're just like, their eyes just cannot see price. Go to Renko. With this caveat, you want to trade Renko on the smaller time frames, even though it's technically not a time frame, because the higher you go, the higher the volume of the brick is. This is US 30. So we're looking at an extremely volatile thing. That's 147 pips in that one candle. So each brick is 147 pips. So you want to be careful because you want to be able to handle a possible pullback. So please, please, please proceed with caution. And again, use multiple indicators. My second, I wouldn't call this a second, but my other go-to is Hakanashi. I love Hakanashi candles because Hakanashi candles just really, really tell the story. They're like that gossiping lady or that gossiping guy where they just don't leave out any details. Look at that. You see that clean flag. Look at that. You see this break of structure. It blew past this area. Look at this. You can just see very, very clearly what price is doing. It almost doesn't get any better than that. I don't know what US 30 was doing today, guys. That is some ugly stuff right there. But it came back and filled it and balanced us right there. I know because I had something on it earlier. Okay, so if you want to take a look at how price moves with these different candles, please by all means go in, test it out. Look at that. You can see how clear these flag patterns are made in an uptrend. You're buying on the green, you're waiting for the red to be over. You're entering on the green, you're waiting for the red to be over. Make sure you take a look at, I'm gonna do a video on market structure. I always talk about market structure whenever I have a sneak peek. So check out some of my sneak peek videos where I'm talking about flag patterns and how to enter after a flag pattern. So those are my other ways that I look at price. And of course, we've got Old Faithful Japanese candlesticks. Now, this is what I do with mine because I do use indicators. I do use moving averages and I want to see my lines. I just go in here and I just modify, the transparency of my candles so that I can just see what I want to see. So I hope you guys enjoyed what I gave you. Please leave a comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And if you need a trading community, please reach out to me. Again, my email address is thetrademasters.im@gmail.com. God bless you guys, and I will see you in the market.